Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Heavy to excessive rain falling over the southern Appalachians may bring areas of flooding. Hot temperatures are in place across parts of the western U.S. and New England. Tropical storm Erin is forecast to become a hurricane later this week as it moves westward across the central Atlantic. Monitor forecasts for any Puerto Rico or U.S. East Coast impacts. Closer to home, daily thunderstorm chances expected, with Friday being the most active. Low flash flood threat returns Friday and Saturday. High temperatures in the 90s throughout the week. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 54, Highway 380, Las Cruces Gate, El Paso Gate, and Nike Avenue will remain open.
Moderate flooding struck Alamogordo yesterday. Fortunately, no reports of injuries or damage. Last night's Alamogordo City Commission meeting did not have a lot going on, but this seemed interesting.
Consider and act upon Resolution 2025-27 delaying the sale of the fairgrounds parking lot for 5 years to allow Otero County time to identify an alternate location and develop a phased plan.
A few changes were suggested.
And for the record, the changes would be a resolution to delay the sale of the fairgrounds parking lot for a period of 5 years, period, strike the rest, and strike the last whereas the City Commission has agreed to give the Otero County Commission staff and Fair Board time to identify a site and develop a phase plan. With those two strikeouts.
And the final tally.
And motion passes 7-0.
Also, the city will be working with 2 firms in order to locate a city manager. You can see the meeting in full by visiting the City of Alamogordo YouTube channel. The City of Alamogordo Utility Maintenance Division will be replacing 4 water valve clusters for a water line tomorrow between 7:30 and 3. The valve cluster replacement is expected to disrupt water service in the areas of Cottonwood Drive up to North Scenic. This includes Basswood, Greasewood, Mosswood, Driftwood, Rosewood, and Teakwood Drive, as well as the surrounding areas. During this work, residents may experience lower than normal water pressure, water discoloration, or temporary disruptions in water service. Please use caution and adhere to all posted signage for the safety of drivers and crews. Todd Fuqua is the assistant editor for El Rito Media, and he spoke on the evolution of the White Sands Missile Range.
It's a history of White Sands, the establishment of it, coming out of the Trinity site test near here. So yes, we have Holloman, and the actual site, White Sands, it's nowhere near here, but the threads between the two are so strong simply because there was a lot of development on the Manhattan Project, and it was the military work, and there's a lot of tests that go on down there that are directly affected by or affect the work that's being done at Holloman as well. So it's an interesting story. The development of it through the 50s and 60s when it was first established, and what it's meant to national security and the defense of this country.
Fuqua appearing on KRWG. A free legal fair is taking place in Ruidoso on Saturday, September 6th from 10 until 2 at ENMU Ruidoso. Legal advice and representation will be provided for legal issues related to natural disasters. If you have any questions, 855-204-2569 or send an email to disasterlegalservices@nmlegalaid.org. Alamogordo Schools presents Businesses in Schools. If you're interested in connecting with Alamogordo Public Schools to support students and teachers, check out the APS Businesses in Schools initiative. The partnership connects local businesses with school campuses to foster real-world learning, mentorship, and student success. White Oaks Miners Day is taking place on August 23rd in White Oaks. Parades at 10. You'll also have vendors, Smokey Bear, a blacksmith demonstration, old schoolhouse tours, Miners Museum, gold panning, and just a whole lot more. The Tularosa Kiwanis Club is sponsoring the 2025 Tularosa Christmas Parade, and they're needing support from local kids.
So right now, till August 25th, we are having a drawing contest for our Christmas banners. There will be a total of 3 banners that will be placed one of each entrance of the community, and their artwork will be placed upon this advertisement banner for our Christmas light parades that will be coming up. Children of all ages can go ahead and apply for it. All they have to do is put their drawing on a regular sheet of paper. They can drop it off at any time. They're at the Tularosa Police Department at their dispatch. And we are hoping to get our kids just involved. They're such a vital part of our community. We want to showcase some of their work that they can do.
Chris Rupp speaking with Crazy Radio. If you have questions, call Chris, 575-430-1002. Well, today is Wednesday. Let's check in with Olivia and see what's going on this week at the La Luz Ag Market.
Hey, y'all. It's Olivia with the La Luz Agricultural Market. And I've got one thing to say. This Saturday is gonna be big. Big? Like, how big we talking? Big. Like fresh off the farm, eggs and milk, sweet local honey, homemade jams, fire cider and elderberry for immunity support, clucking chickens, handmade crafts, and the mouth-watering smell of sizzling food trucks drifting through the air. Sounds like more than just shopping. That's a whole day of fun. Exactly. We've got friendly faces, adorable farm animals for the kids, and enough treats to make your taste buds dance. Whether you're stocking your pantry, finding a gift, or just soaking up small-town charm, you'll find it here. All right, where do we go? Find us between Heart of the Desert and McGinn's Pistachio Land at 7298 Highway 5470 in Alamogordo every Saturday from 10:30 a.m. until we're sold out. Follow us on Facebook at La Luz Agricultural Market or give me, Olivia, a call at 575-442-1193. Don't miss it, because this isn't just your average farmer's market. It's like a farmer's market, but better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the big LES news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
You let him try violin because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Every summer, it happens, again and again. A parent steps away for just a minute, but that minute can turn deadly. On a hot day, the temperature inside a parked car can soar by 20 degrees in just 10 minutes. Even with the windows cracked, the heat builds fast, becoming a deadly trap for a child. Children's bodies heat up 3 to 5 times faster than adults. Heat stroke can begin when a child's body reaches 104 degrees. At 107 degrees, it can be fatal. Last year alone, 24 children died in the U.S. from being left in hot cars. Each one preventable. Never leave a child in a vehicle, not even for a minute. Look before you lock. This message is brought to you by the Alamogordo Fire Department and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Protect kids, prevent tragedy. 33-year-old Cristina Escobedo Arriaga, who has been charged in a fatal DWI crash over the weekend in Vado, has been released on her own recognizance. Escobedo Arriaga of Mesilla Park is facing multiple charges in a crash that occurred Sunday night that killed 2 children and left a third injured. Mercedes Barfoot of Albuquerque is facing charges after her 8-year-old child tested positive for cocaine. This was during a trial homestay with the mother when this incident occurred. Marilyn Beck, the founder of the New Mexico Child First Network, spoke with KOAT.
We took the easy way out, and we potentially set this family up for failure.
No, Miss Beck, the failure was returning this child so soon to a clearly dangerous situation.
These children deserve resources, wraparound, a community that can support them, continuity of care. We don't have that in New Mexico.
Police responded to a child neglect call at a hospital and learned the child tested positive after undergoing rapid urine screenings for drug abuse. The child was recently placed in the custody of the CYFD. Barfoot was detained after attempting to re-enter her apartment on Monday. Police found what appeared to be drug paraphernalia inside the home. Barfoot attempted to retrieve all of it after exiting the apartment. Barfoot's been charged with child abuse and tampering with evidence. 34-year-old George Schwerin of Farmington was recently deemed mentally incompetent and has a extensive recent arrest history. He's been accused of stabbing a 69-year-old woman over 20 times just days after he was released from custody. Farmington police responded to a reported stabbing at a hotel on August 7th and found the victim outside with stab wounds to her head, neck, and chest. She was taken to the local hospital for treatment, then airlifted to Albuquerque due to the severity of her injuries. Officers found Schwerin with a significant amount of blood on his clothing. They took him in on one count of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. The revolving door of justice involving mentally ill individuals is an ongoing issue seen all across the land of enchantment. Stephen McKinley of Deming has been accused of making threats against public officials that shut down 2 courts in Luna County earlier this summer. Well, he's going to be held until trial. McKinley's being held on 2 counts of making a shooting threat that he posted on Facebook. On July 9th, the Luna County District Court, Luna County Magistrate Court, and the Luna County Administration Office were all closed due to his threats. The investigation led to a social media posting showing the suspect, McKinley, using threatening language directed at the captain with the Luna County Sheriff's Department and the Luna County Manager. The post began in May of this year, showing an escalating number of posts in the middle of June until prior to McKinley's arrest. At the pretrial detention hearing, an attorney with the DA's office described to the court how the threat disrupted police agency operations, required enhanced security measures at the district and magistrate courts, and all administrative offices, necessitated additional security measures for court staff, and left a lingering sense of diminished safety just because of their position as public officials. 65-year-old Jerry Amador of North Hurley faces his 10th DWI charge after leading police officers on a pursuit that ended at his home. According to the Hurley Police Department, an officer tried pulling over Amador for speeding. However, Amador led the officer on a high-speed chase through a residential area. Amador has nearly 30 years of drunk driving offenses and now faces charges of DWI, aggravated fleeing, resisting arrest, and driving with a revoked license. He also faces charges for driving 60 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. He also failed to use his turn signals. Amador is currently in the Grant County Detention Center. Well, sports and weather are coming up next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Volleyball season starts next week. Chaparral and Ruidoso start on Tuesday the 19th. Carrizozo and Tularosa on Friday the 22nd. Cloudcroft and Alamogordo on Saturday the 23rd. In football, Tularosa has a scrimmage tomorrow at Artesia. Mescalero begins their season next Thursday the 21st. Cloudcroft, Carrizozo, Ruidoso, and Alamogordo on Friday the 22nd. Chaparral on the 23rd. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy tonight, sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 91, low tonight of 71, high tomorrow, 95 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today with a 40% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts between a tenth to a quarter of an inch expected. Partly cloudy tonight with a 30% chance of showers. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 70, low tonight of 51, high tomorrow 72 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.